Welcome to Your Tech Life. I'm Trevor Long. I'm just going to take a look now at the OXX Classic Digital Radio, which is a Wi-Fi internet radio with digital radio built in. In my opinion, one of the best looking digital radios available. It doesn't look too retro, not too modern, and frankly in two options of colour, black or white, suited to almost any environment in the house. Basically what this is a fantastically well connected digital radio, great quality sound, but importantly with the Wi-Fi feature also a really well connected radio. You're looking at $299 recommended retail, but you'll probably walk out the door with this for $250 or less these days as prices continue to drop. Now the white and the black, exactly the same price, exact same model, just obviously different colours. Both hand painted wooden finish with a single speaker, two main knobs for volume and the scroll select. So I'll just take you through some of the features now. Basically we're here on digital radio at the moment, and obviously this video is not going to give you the best quality sound, but basically digital quality digital radio sounds there, so that's great. And to scroll through the stations you simply use this wheel to scroll through the stations, and you then press in on the wheel to tune into that station. Now I'm not in the best reception in this area, but got the ABC Grandstand and SBS Chill, probably a couple of good stations to choose from. So that's your digital radio. Basically scroll to station, push in to actually select the station. The mode button is the key one here. To flick that takes you into FM mode. FM tunes in beautifully, and that's a very low volume by the way. I can pump that right up. Simple tuning of this is just to flick the dial and find your next station. Doesn't take very much at all. Very simple, very light to touch dial as well. So that's a really good feature. Next mode along the way is auxiliary. So this has just a 3.5mm mini jack. Basically, you could get a mini jack to mini jack for your computer output and use this as a computer stereo. You could plug your iPod into it using a mini jack cord that comes with it. So that's really easy to do. Essentially, the back of the box, which is really quite crucial, important for sound. Look, I'm not an audiophile, but basically this is what delivers the good quality sound here. You've got a full Ethernet, plugged wired Ethernet as well as wireless. There's your headphone and your auxiliary in. And those are all key features of the radio. Not a lot of radios have the wired Ethernet. A lot of them only have the wireless. So you can have your auxiliary in and stream that as you go. Internet radio, fantastic feature of this. And one of the things a lot of people don't know about internet radio on most internet radio devices is you can actually go to a website, and I'll bring that up here for you now, and you can actually go to this website, log in, and you can browse radio stations and add them to your own favourite list. So very easy to do. If you just search for a radio station, let's search for Perth 6PR, and all I've got to do, press that little button there. I've created a list of stations under Talk. Click Go and added that to my Talk list. Now that's happening live on the internet. Now if I go here on internet radio and go back and go to my favourites, click in on that and go to my Talk category, you will find 6PR listed right there. So really simple to do, and it's a feature I encourage you to use. Internet radio is mind-boggling. There's tens of thousands of radio stations there. Really hard to find the one you most want. So if you use the website portal here to browse for stations and podcasts, remember internet radios do podcasts as well. So just have a look at that again. If I go back to my my favourites on Talk, I've actually selected a couple of podcasts. The Ray Hadley Highlights is a podcast, and that's simply going to list for me out of the XML the most recent podcast, and I can click on that, and it is connecting, and it's going to stream that MP3 podcast right here on the OXX Classic. I really think that's one of the most underutilised features of most digital radios is streaming podcast radio. So the favourite feature and basically configuring your presets and your favourites on the website is something I really encourage you to do. But basically, if you don't have that set up, and you can set up several groups, you can basically just scan. You can choose radio stations by station, by location, by genre, whatever it might be. And as I said, you will find hundreds and hundreds and thousands of them. So best, my opinion, that you take the time to log on to the website for Frontier Silicon, the people that make the chip for this radio, and set up some preset favourites. So that's internet radio, and something you could probably explore a little bit more in the future. The next feature is Music Play. Now this is taking via Wi-Fi. I've connected to my Wi-Fi network, and I've got a network storage, a Netgear Storer, which has all of my music on it. I can just click on this and go Shared Music. It's found my Storer. I can click on that, and I can browse through the music there. Just really simply click on music. I could perhaps choose an album. Billy Joel, 12 Gardens Live, can't beat that. Angry Young Man, great song. So, bingo, this is streaming over Wi-Fi from my network storage. Again, so you've got this, you can have this radio anywhere in the house with Wi-Fi access, and as long as you've got network storage or a computer with shared storage, you've got yourself a really great device. It's another underutilised feature of radios like this. And the next mode brings you back to DAB, your digital radio. So, look, that is by no means the entire gamut of features on the OXX Classic. There's obviously presets in there as well. There's a full menu configuration. You know, you can choose the backlight, all that sort of stuff. But in the end, I just wanted to show that this is more than just a digital radio. It's more than just a Wi-Fi radio. And it, as applies to nearly every Wi-Fi internet radio, you can spend a bit of time and you can actually listen to podcasts, which is crucial because there are so many great podcasts available. You can stream music off your home storage, you can listen to digital radio, and you can listen to internet radio stations, and you've got the line-in option too, just to use it as a speaker or plug your iPod into that. Fantastic radio, one of the best looking and best built on the market, I think, and probably my pick for Wi-Fi radios at this point in time. There are cheaper ones out there, there are much more expensive ones out there. I think this hits the mark in terms of build quality, sound quality, and price point. So I highly recommend you check out the OXX Classic Digital Radio next time you're in a store and looking for a new radio.